Hi, welcome back to Live to Explore, and we are doing Vrains episode 4. And if I keep looking down, I'm doing this on my better computer, which has a totally different camera system. And so lighting is different, and so we're going to see how this works out. I'm going to keep looking down only because my picture is right there, and so my eyes keep drifting to it. Real natural thing to look at your own face instead of the camera. What can you say? But if I minimize it, it stops recording. Technology. We got to work on these things, right? Okay, so this is going to be a fairly quick one. Uh, so what happened was um, we're not, this is titled Turn 4. We start off with what the heck is his name? Go Onisuka's. Go Onisuka, who is a charisma duelist. Okay, he's in it for he's he uses personality. You'll see a lot of references to wrestling, professional wrestling with him, where there's a lot of drama, a lot of personality going on into his duels. Um, so he's in his little practice room, and he's practicing the whole speed duel on a board, because I mean he knows he's going to have to figure this stuff out. But he's doing it because he wants the kids from the orphanage to be thinking of him again. Okay, he has a history with this, so he wants them back and as his fans. They are something very very important to him in his personality. Um, after after practicing a little bit, he kind of realizes that he's going to need to make a deal with Soul Technologies. So he goes to Soul Technologies, makes a deal with the security guy. Um, all he wants out of this, I mean, they're willing to offer him anything, and all he wants is just a place where they're going to be forced. Playmaker is going to be forced to duel. Okay, that's all he wants out of this. He wants that opportunity. Um, so then we cut to our hero. Yusaku is home. He's home early. Now remember, in episode 3, the cleaning bot and our Ignis, the AI, are working together in some way, shape, or form. It turns out, I was thinking that they were going to be that Ignis was going to try to get away, but yeah, I don't know, something weird's going on. Massages with these guys. I don't know. How does that work out? Don't think I want to know. So he gets home early, and so of course it's the panic attack. We find out that Yusaku has a secret room in his apartment. His apartment's a bit of a dump. Okay, his apartment looks like a real dump. Just your average low income, low cost housing the students would use. But he taps a section of the wall. The wall opens up, and he has a secret dueling room. Okay, and the reason he's home early is because it looked like a Knight of Hanoi had shown up in the links, in the links, and so he goes in there in this opens up. I didn't even know that was there, and he has a bat, so he goes in there to battle. So he goes to Link Brains, and it turns out that the Knight of Hanoi that we thought it was, which would have been the one that Playmaker had dealt with the dragon before. I thought maybe the guy had survived. Well, no, Go was just using his image to entice Playmaker in. So once Playmaker was in, this cage drops down around, and Playmaker's not going to be able to get away. Okay, because he doesn't want to battle. He doesn't care about the who's number one and who's dueling who and all this. He's got a goal in mind that has absolutely nothing to do with the challenges and the games and everything. So Go used kind of trapped and enticed him in. But his friend sees what happened as well, that this cage came down to stop them, and lo and behold, he's out there working on it. He's starting to hack in. He's going to try to hack this thing. He does realize it's Soul Technologies program, so it gives him an idea of how to work with it, because apparently, like most companies, they only have a certain different way that they do things within their company. So so the battle begins. So the playmaker's stuck in there. He's like, fine, I'll fight you. They get onto the data wind. Ride the data storm, and we find out a little bit about Go's style. Go's style is what he likes to do is make it entertainment, make it fun, and by making it fun, it elevates his popularity, as well as everything else. So what he does is he fights in a way that he seems to take a lot of damage. He looks like he's down. He looks like he's out. There's no more fight left in him. And then he comes back from behind and just crushes his opponents. Now, on the one hand, we want to think that he's just going to get annihilated by Playmaker, but we have to think the guy is the #1 duelist in this area for a reason. I mean, he's no slouch. Okay, so and he's been #1 for a while, so it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. So we see that. So we see that style, and they're showing we get a little bit of his history, and apparently that orphanage where he went to, where the kids were now cheering for Playmaker, he grew up in that orphanage. So since he grew up there, he's thinking in terms of, I want to get those kids' respect back, and also the other people's. They're cheering for Playmaker now. I want them to be cheering for me, not them. And so this is some of the things that are happening with that. This is what his game is about, what his goals are. They sound kind of self-serving, but he goes in there and he treats the kids really nice, and he gives a lot to the orphanages, and that's his shtick. That's how he finds his value in life. Nobody could really dispute that that's not a good thing to do. So whether it's because he does it because for the popularity, for other reasons, especially that particular orphanage is the one he grew up in. So he treats the kids very good. So so the battle, we're learning this because Ignis, the AI, is researching the opponent at the same time that they're trying to figure out, so you can kind of get a better idea of how to actually fight this guy. So this is what's happening. So there's not a lot to this episode. That's kind of what it all is about. Kind of finding out what's going on with Go, what's pushing this man to fight Playmaker. Why does he want to so badly? Is it all pride? Yeah, pride's there. So we're giving Go some depth, and that's kind of nice to see. In the end, he has a huge upper hand. He's actually doing a pretty good job of preparing to take out Playmaker. He has this Uber monster that he has summoned that has enough attack points that if he decides to attack Playmaker, it looks like Playmaker is going to get wiped out. And so that's what it looks like at this point in time. What's going to happen? I have speculation. And we're going to find out when we watch the next episode, because it stops right there. So tell me what you think about what's going on with this. Hopefully you like me doing this on this other system. I know I always liked it before, and I kind of relinquished an awful lot of control of it to my son, and I'm kind of taking a little bit of the control back because I just want the better production quality. What else is going on? So we did have a major malfunction with this particular computer, and so we had to do a major reset to it. I tried to do a soft reset, and there were all these conflicting things happening. So there wasn't, so I couldn't get drivers uploaded and downloaded onto my computer, and I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. I couldn't get my video editing software back up and all this stuff. So the last one I did on my laptop, and it was on my other channel for Dirk Gently, and it was a very, very simple job. So hopefully we can get a better quality. Be sure to check out my son's channel, Gasterra, Gasterra, and check his out, and be sure to like and subscribe to his as well as mine. We really want you here. We really want you checking things out. I have another show that I'm thinking about taking on this channel. I want to talk to Gasterra about it. see if he's interested in taking this on. We were doing 91 days. He's really not interested. It's kind of hard to get the kid to do it. I like 91 days. It's much more up my alley. It's much more storyline oriented and everything. However, maybe we can check. I can get him to check this one out. It's Children of Ether or Ether. Ether, I think is what it was called, which is less. It's not a Japanese one, as a matter of fact. It's all English, so it makes it easier to watch. But it's only a couple episodes in on Crunchyroll, so you can follow us on that. We're gonna try to get do 2 of these Yu-Gi-Oh ones a week if we can. We're gonna start doing that. See if we can get through these episodes much faster and get caught up to where it's at, so we can be as up to date as you are. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on what's going on out there. Tell us what you think of Link Vrains. Talk to you later. Love to explore. I'm out of here.